Hi, welcome to Hunter's On-Demand presentation. I'm Anna, I'm part of the account management team here at Hunter, and today I'll be guiding you through our email finding, verifying, and sending tools. Since this is an on-demand presentation, I won't be going through all of the tools in detail. However, if you have any questions throughout the demo, you can always reach out to our support team. You can do so through email at contact@hunter.io or also through our chat tab directly in the homepage. Simply click on this icon on the bottom hand right corner and click on Send us a message to be connected with our support team. Now we do host a live demo in which we go through all of these tools in more detail, and you can register for it here. In the Resources drop-down menu, you'll find our Help Center with useful tutorials, guides, and FAQs. So to get started with this demo, I'll visit the Product drop-down menu, in which you'll find our main tools, such as the Domain Search, the Email Finder, and the Email Verifier, but also the Campaigns tool and the possibility to integrate Hunter with CRMs. Other than that, we offer some extra functionalities, such as the browser extension, which allows you to find emails while browsing the web, the Google Sheets add-on, in which you can find emails while on a Google spreadsheet, and the API, which is suitable for developers. Okay, so let's get started with the Domain Search tool, which is one of the most popular tools that we have. And the Domain Search tool will allow you to find professional emails by simply using a company name or a domain. So to do this, we'll use this search box to type a company name or website to find all the available emails for it. We can either type a company name, I'll use Loom as an example, or we can type in the domain, loom.com, and then we'll launch the search. Once it's launched, we are taken to the results page where the first 10 results are provided. This is because for every 10 results provided, one search credit is used, and so it's up to you to click on See More and use additional credits. So now I'll walk you through all of the functionalities on this page as well as the results. And we'll start from the top down. So first you'll see that the total number of results we have found is 14 in this case. And then you can also filter your search with different filters, such as the type of email. And in this case, you can either select personal emails if you are looking for a specific person, or generic emails if, for example, you are looking for department emails, such as sales@loom.com. Then you can also filter by department, and this is a multi-select option. So if, for example, you only want to find people from the finance department or from the finance and legal department, you can select it here and apply the filters. Finally, other than the publicly available information, such as the name and the email, on occasion, the results can also include some additional information. For example, the phone number, the position, and the full name. So here you can filter to show only results that include either a full name, a position, or a phone number, but keep in mind that this information will only be provided if it is listed publicly, so we might not have the results for it. Now below you can see the Export button, and in here you can download these results into a CSV file. However, please note that this is a feature that is currently limited to our premium subscribers. Next to it, you can click on the button Find by Name to use the Email Finder tool directly here. I'll explain it shortly, but all you need to do is input in the first and last name of a specific person that works at Loom in this case, and the domain will already be filled out. Now on the right side, we provide a brief description of the company, as well as any available links, such as the website, the LinkedIn profile, and the Twitter account. Below, you'll see the most common email pattern for this domain, and in this case we can see that it's the first name @loom.com. We'll also let you know if this is an accept all domain or not, and this is important because accept all domains, they have their inboxes set up in a way that they will accept all emails, so we cannot really run all checks to confirm that the emails from that domain are valid and deliverable. However, that's not the case here. Finally, we also provide you with information about the industry to which this company belongs, and in this case it's Internet and Telecom, and below you can see the technologies that are used by Loom through another tool created by Hunter called Tech Lookup. Now finally, let's explore the results. So below the email, you can see that there's a green shield. There could be either a green shield or a colored dot. In this case, we can see that it indicates that it's a valid email with a 99% confidence score. If it's a colored dot, that means that we've assigned a confidence score to this email, which simply indicates the confidence we have that the email is actually deliverable. On occasion, and as explained before, we will provide information such as the position and the LinkedIn profile, the phone number, as well as a Twitter profile. In this case, we can see that Sam is the VP of Sales Success at Loom and has a LinkedIn profile available. Next to this, you'll be able to save a lead directly into Hunter by clicking on this Save as Lead sign here. And we'll be covering this lead section later on in the demo, so we'll get the chance to see where this gets saved. And finally, we can also see the number of sources where this email was found. So when you click into it, you can see that there are direct links to all the sources, along with the dates when the emails were found. And the last point I'll cover is these removed sources. Basically, what this means is that at some point, Hunter did find this email through this source. However, it is now been removed from that particular web page. So that concludes the domain search, and we'll move right into the email finder. So the email finder allows you to search for a professional email using a full name and a company name or domain. So for example, we can type in my first and last name and the company I work at, and we launch the search. And here we are provided with a verified email address, which is indicated by the green shield and the confidence score, as well as other publicly available information, such as my position at Hunter, my LinkedIn profile, and the sources where my email was found, along with the dates. Additionally, from here, you can also save the lead directly into Hunter. In this case, I've already done it. And you can also use the bulk email finder tool directly by clicking on this button that says Find Email Addresses from a List. Now, please note that the email finder will either provide you a result that was found on the web, and in this case, we provide these sources, or it could also be a best guess according to the email pattern for this domain. So if that's the case, we'll let you know that the email was not found publicly on the web and is a guess. And that's it for the email finder tool. We'll now explore the email verifier. So the email verifier allows you to verify the deliverability of any professional email address and now also webmail address. So to do so, we'll use a professional email address here. So juliet@hunter.io. And we'll click on Verify. Hunter will then run several email checks, which you can see below. And in this case, we can see that the email has come back as valid. In the format, we can see that this email address has the correct format and is not gibberish. We can also see that the type of email here is professional, as it is associated with the domain. However, we may also verify webmail addresses. And so in this case, if I try to verify an email that finishes with @gmail.com, it will show here webmail in the type. Now, the server status will tell us if we were able to connect to the SMTP server associated with this email. And the email status will validate that this email address actually exists and can receive emails. On the Stop button, you can also choose to verify a list of emails in bulk, which will take you to the bulk email verifier tool. Now, with all these tools that we just covered, we have been searching for one at a time. However, you can actually upload lists of emails or companies to perform email searches or verifications in bulk. And that is available in the bulk section. Today, I'll only be covering the bulk domain search, as the other bulk tools work in a similar way. So the bulk domain search allows you to find email addresses from a list of websites or company names. We'll start by clicking on New Bulk, and here you can enter a name for a list that you can find later on. So for example, I'll just use a test name. And next you'll want to indicate the kind of input, which will either be domain names or company names. We do recommend that you use domains whenever possible, as these will return the most accurate results. Next, you can either type the domains or company names directly into this box, or you can upload a file directly from your computer, and we accept CSV, Excel, numbers, or text files. So I'll go ahead and type a couple of domains, such as hunter.io and spotify.com, just as an example. And please note that you'll want to do one per line. Then below these, you can set filters. And the first one you see here is that it allows you to set a maximum number of emails per domain. And you can go from 1 to 100. You can also select to verify the email addresses. However, keep in mind that if you select yes, it can take a bit longer to process your file because it's an extra step. And also you can only select to verify if you input a maximum of 10 email addresses per domain. Next, you can filter the email type, so generic or personal, and you can even set a filter strength. So the only filter means that the email type will be strictly applied. So that means that no email address will be returned if there are none matching this filter. And the in priority means the matching email addresses will be returned in priority. So for example, if you input personal emails in priority, if no personal emails were found, then a generic email will be provided. And next, you can also select by department, and you can also select the filter strength. Other than that, you have the option to include required fields, such as the phone number, the position, or the full name. However, keep in mind that this information will only be available if it's publicly listed, so we cannot guarantee that we'll show any results. Finally, you can select to include the sources in your results file of where the emails were found. Now, once you've finalized the filters, you can then click Upload. And to save us some time, I've already processed the file for us here. So here you can see that we have a preview of the results. And at the top, you'll see the total number of emails that were found. And when you click Download, this will show you how many searches it will cost you to download the file. So in this case, it will use 417 searches. You'll also have an option to download a file for the domains we could not find emails for. Now from here, you can also import the emails that were found directly into Hunter. But keep in mind, downloading or importing these results will only be available if you are on a premium plan. So this covers the bulk domain search, and we'll now move on to the leads section. So in the leads page, any emails you save in Hunter will be saved on this page directly. Leads are organized in different lists that you can manage and see them saved here on the left-hand side. You can also create a new list by clicking on this plus sign, or you can find a list by clicking on this search icon here. You can do the same for individual leads as well by clicking on New Lead, where you can manually enter a lead's information, including which list you'd like the lead to be saved. Additionally, there are some other actions that you can take directly from the leads page. For example, you can export your leads into a CSV file. You can also select your leads to be verified or force a verification, or you can also add your leads to a campaign that already is created, or you can create a new campaign directly from this section. We'll be covering these right after. Now below, you'll see the individual leads that were saved. And if you click on the lead, you'll be able to view all the information, and you can also edit it. Now the filters button is also important to mention, and will allow you to directly select to filter the leads. So there are several filters that you can add, such as the company name, the phone number, and so on. And you can choose to show only leads that either contain any of these fields. So for example, that contain a company name or that don't contain them. Now on this button, on the right side of the filters button, you'll also be able to select the displayed columns that you want to see in your leads section. In this case, I have pretty much all of them selected, but I can also unselect some of them for a clear view. And now here you can import your list of leads, as well as if you click on the arrow next to the new lead button. And up you can select custom attributes. And below you can also choose to perform automatic leads verifications to make sure that they're always up to date. So instead of forcing the verifications, if you have this setting turned on, the verifications will be automatically performed. So this concludes the lead section, and we'll go right into the campaign section. So Hunter Campaigns allows you to create email campaigns and monitor their performances directly from within Hunter. This requires you to have either a Gmail account, a Google Workspace account, or an Outlook account, and you can connect to it here in the settings. Please keep in mind that if you are on a free plan, you can only have one account at a time. However, on premium plans, you can connect more. So we'll start on the campaigns page, and we can click on New Campaign. So at the top, you'll notice that there are 4 steps, and we'll start with the content step. First, you want to rename your campaign, so you can find it later. So here I'll use, for example, on-demand demo test, and I'll click on update. And next you can select from which email you'd like your campaign to be sent from. If you have multiple accounts connected, this is the time to select from which account you'd like your campaign to be sent, and it will be available here in the drop-down menu. Next, you'll want to add in your content, and you can either type in directly or you can select a template. Additionally, you can further edit the content with these icons below. For example, you can add an image or a link or attach a file. You can further also edit by inserting any attributes with the Insert Attribute button here. And next, you can add up to 5 follow-up emails by clicking here, and you can also select the interval of days in which you'd like the follow-up to be sent. And you can then edit the content of each follow-up the same way that we did with the first email. Now at the very bottom, you'll have the option to select to track the opens of each email, as well as track the links inserted in the emails. Again, link tracking is currently available for premium subscribers only. So now we'll move into the next step, which is the audience step. And here you'll add the recipients to the campaign. You have 3 options. You can use the leads that you have saved in Hunter, you can upload a CSV file, or you can manually type in the email addresses. In this case, I'll add some emails from a leads list. So this list, for example. And here we can see the emails that have been added to this campaign. We can also edit them and remove if we change our mind. Next, we have the settings tab, in which you'll be able to select the exact dates and times you'd like your campaign to run. And in this case, my campaign will run from Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. GMT time zone. If you set up at least one follow-up email, it will automatically include an unsubscribe button, and you can edit the unsubscribe link directly here. For example, if you need to translate it to another language or if you prefer a different wording, then you just click on update. The last step will be to review the emails, and here you can see an overview of the content being sent to each recipient. Now, if you need to make any edits to a specific recipient's email, you can click on the email here and edit the content for this specific recipient. Now, finally, once you've reviewed the emails, you'll click Launch, and the emails will be sent according to your sending schedule. Now, to review the launched campaigns, we'll go to the Campaigns page and click on Active. Additionally, for an overview, you can also select a campaign and check the statistics like for example, the open rate and the reply rate. So that's a brief overview of how to get started with campaigns. And before we conclude today's demo, I want to quickly share where you can manage your account directly from your dashboard. So when you click on account from here, you can update your subscription, you can update your billing information, view your usage, as well as add new team members to share your plan. So that concludes today's demo. I hope that you found it useful, that it allowed you to find more information about Hunter and how to use our tools. However, if you still have some questions, you can always reach out to our support team. Once again, our email is contact@hunter.io, or also through our chat tab directly here on the homepage. So thank you once again for taking the time to watch this demo, and happy email hunting.